She felt alone in this world, with nowhere to turn to. The next morning, Uncle Ade came to her room and said to her, "Nike, today I'm taking you back to the village. If you say a word about us to anybody at all, remember what I said? I will kill you. Get your bags ready. You are going to the village. When you get to the village, tell them who got you pregnant. But if you mention my name." Anike cried, "Uncle, why are you doing this to me?" Uncle Ade said, "Keep quiet. So you want to tell everybody in the village that I got you pregnant? Have you forgotten that your mother is my elder sister? Yes, I know I have been sleeping with you. You are 13 years old, Nike. You are not a baby. That is why I have been enjoying it with you. I'm only trying to make you a woman. That was why I did all of those things. All the nights I came to your room, are you trying to say there was no one you enjoyed? Anyways, that's not what we are talking about now, Nike. You are already pregnant for me, and I can't afford to let the villagers in the village know that the pregnancy is mine. Teenagers get pregnant, so when you get to the village, if you mention my name, remember what I said? I will kill you. So you can just look for anybody in the village and pin the pregnancy on." Anike cried, "Uncle, I was a virgin when I came to your house for the holidays. I've never slept with any other man. Uncle, please help me out of this situation. I don't know what to do. I am pregnant. My parents will be so disappointed in the village. Uncle, please." And Ade refused to listen. "Pack your luggages, pack your bags. We are going to the village." And they left and headed for the village. Toke couldn't place the dots together. She had a feeling in her heart that something was wrong somewhere, but she couldn't figure it out. When they got to the village, Uncle Ade informed Nike's parents that Nike was pregnant. They were so devastated and heartbroken, and they said to Nike, "Nike, why? How can you be pregnant? You disappointed us." And Uncle Ade quickly chipped in, "Don't mind her. This girl, she's such a wayward girl. Every day I come home, she's not always at home. And I keep wondering where she also went to. Now she's pregnant. Children of nowadays, they don't listen at all." Abike, her mother, said, "Good for nothing child. Wayward child. How can you be pregnant? I sent you to the city to go and enjoy yourself for the holiday, and you came back home with pregnancy. You will not stay in this house, and even if you stay in this house, I will deal with you." And Abike did not even pay attention to her child's feelings or emotions, even when it was right there on Nike's face that everything was not right. Abike did not see it through as a mother. Nike's father was also disappointed in their daughter. After that day, Ade returned back to the city, and Nike's life became hell. Abike, her mother, maltreated her out of frustration and pain of her being pregnant. She became the laughingstock of the village, and because of that, she made Nike's life a living hell. She will wake up in the morning and wake Nike up with a bucket of water. She will make her fetch firewood from the village forest, make her fetch water even in her pregnancy condition. She made life so much hell for Nike. And Nike still kept this to herself without saying a word of what truly happened. Her pregnancy began to advance. Each time she passed the village streets, people laughed at her. "Oh, look at her. She was bragging in school then that she was the best in class. This is what it has resorted to. An unwanted pregnancy. To even make matters worse, she doesn't even know who got her pregnant." And they laughed at her. And Nike still did not tell anybody that it was her dear uncle, Uncle Ade, her mother's younger brother, in the city that got her pregnant. She kept it to herself because each time she remembers Uncle Ade's threats, she will be afraid. She didn't want to die. Back in the city, Toke, Uncle Ade's wife, was still thinking about the whole ordeal. She wasn't settling down for what has happened at all. Knowing the kind of husband she is married to, a man with a very high libido, she decided to investigate more. She can't settle for the story on ground. She said to herself, while Nike was here, she never crossed outside the gates. She was always indoors. I've never met her leaving the house, or I've never met her absence. There's no way she could be pregnant outside this compound. I need to find out the truth. One afternoon, Toke decided to travel to the village. She told her husband that she needed to get some things for her mother-in-law. And then she set out for the village. When she arrived, Nike saw her and was afraid. She said, Auntie, what have you guys come here to do? You've ruined my life enough. And Toke said to her, Nike, calm down. Don't cry. I am here to help you. All you have to do is to talk to me like a sister. Just when she was about to start narrating the story, Abike, her mother, walked in. Ah, Toke, you are around. Welcome. What are you doing with this good-for-nothing child? This child that has brought shame to me. This child that has brought pain to me. And she chased Nike out of that place. Leave this place immediately. Let me attend to my dear brother Ade's wife. Toke, my wife, welcome. If you had behaved the same way Nike behaved when you were a teenager, would you have married my darling brother Ade? So why are you interacting with her? Any child that will not let the mother sleep will not also sleep. That is what I believe in. And Toke said to Abike, Auntie, calm down. Have you tried to question her? Have you tried to know what exactly happened? It could be that she has something to say, but she doesn't have anybody to talk to because you're not giving her the right attention. And Abike responded, No, any child that says she wants to be wayward can be wayward though. Me, I don't have time for that oh. I don't have time for nonsense. I don't have time to question her. Did she not know before she spread her legs wide open? And Toke just kept quiet. But in her mind, she already knows what she wants to do. That evening, after they ate dinner, Toke walked to Nike and sat her down quietly and said to her, Nike, I know something is wrong somewhere. You are now looking like a shadow of yourself. You can trust me. Don't be scared. Talk to me. I want to know what happened. Tell me how you got pregnant. Nike's lip trembled, but her uncle's threats echoed in her mind. If you tell anyone, I will kill you, and no one will believe you anyways. Still, Toke's warmth gave her courage. She broke down, crying uncontrollably. Through her tears, Nike whispered, Auntie, I can't say it. He will kill me. Toke's heart sank. She pieced the puzzle together and asked softly, Was it your uncle? Did he hurt you? Nike nodded, her face buried in her hands. Toke was horrified. She hugged Nike tightly, assuring her that she would protect her. You are not alone, she said. Toke didn't say a word to Abike because Abike loves her brother so much and will not believe her. So she told Nike to pack her belongings and follow her back to the city. Don't worry, Nike. Follow me. Your uncle cannot do anything. I will deal with him. How can he do this to you? Toke told Abike that she and Nike were leaving for the city. And Abike said, Do you want to go with this girl to the city and embarrass yourself? And Toke responded, Don't worry, Auntie. She will be fine. You will know the reason why very soon. And they set out for the city the next morning. That same day, Ade came back and saw Nike and shouted, Toke, why did you bring this girl here? And Toke responded, You are a monster, she shouted. How could you do this to a child? To your own niece, to your sister's daughter, a sister that loves you so dearly. Ade tried to silence her, threatening her the same way. Why will you say that, Toke? If you say this to anybody, I will kill you too. Toke kept quiet and left the house with Nike, went straight to the police station and reported her husband Ade. She said, "I am here to report my husband. This is what he has done to his only niece." And then she called Abike, Nike's mother, and told her everything that had happened. When Toke told Nike's parents what had happened, her mother Abike collapsed in tears, unable to comprehend the betrayer. "Oh no, I have failed my child. I maltreated my child for nothing." Her father was furious and wanted to confront Ade. And Toke responded, "This is not just about revenge. We need to protect Nike and ensure that Ade is held accountable for what he's done." Abike and her husband arrived the city immediately. Police and the law enforcement agencies visited Ade's house and got him arrested. Then, they took Nike to the hospital for proper checkup. Toke saw her husband going to prison, but she wasn't bothered because she knew she had to stand up for what is wrong. And then, Nike and her pregnancy was nurtured. Unfortunately, while she was trying to have the baby, she lost the child. And her life started all over again. The Human Rights Agency made sure that she had the proper treatment, took her to a therapy center to help her overcome the pains and the trauma she has been through. Auntie Toke was also very supportive. She made sure she went back to school. As time went on, over the years, she became a successful barrister, a lawyer who stood up for the rights of the girl child and for the rights of every child going through sexual molestation or child abuse. She fought hard in courts to see that every pedophile and perpetrators of such evil acts be put in jail. Of course, Uncle Ade has been in jail because he was sentenced to life imprisonment for everything he did to Nike. And that was how Nike's story ended. Nike's story is not just her own. It is the story of many young girls across our communities who suffer in silence because the very people meant to protect them are the ones causing harms in their lives. Now, this reminds us that we should listen to our children. When they say they are uncomfortable or want to leave a place, take them seriously. Watch for signs, behavioral changes, isolation, or fear around certain individuals could be cries for help. Speak out. Silence allows predators to continue their harm. As a community, we must hold people accountable and create safe spaces for victims to report abuse. Educate your children about boundaries and encourage them to speak up if someone crosses the line, no matter who it is. Abuse thrives in secrecy. Let's work together to bring these stories to light and protect the innocent. Thank you so much for listening to my story. I hope you learned a whole lot from Nike's story, and I hope you learned to be a listening parent and also learn to speak up and not die in silence. My name is Onyi of Onyi Stories and Folktales, and please, if you haven't subscribed, kindly click on the subscribe button, turn on the notifications so when I post more inspiring, insightful, and educational stories like this, you'll be the first to get them. And if you're a returning subscriber, hey, thank you so much. You know you are always the real MVP. I do not take your support for granted. See you in my next video. Bye-bye.